What happens when the money dries up? But the people are still there? Streets start to crumble. Schools shut down. Hospitals vanish. And crime? It takes over fast. This isn't a dystopian movie. It's already unfolding. In parts of America right now. From states drowning in debt to regions hanging by one fragile industry. We're diving into the places most at risk if the economy crashes. If a national collapse hits tomorrow, these 10 U.S. states won't just suffer. They'll fall first. Is your state already showing the warning signs? Let's find out. Before we dive in, hit that subscribe button. This isn't just another video. It's the truth most people aren't ready to hear, but you are. Turn on notifications so you don't miss what's coming next. Because if your state's not in crisis now, it might be soon. Starting from number 10, Mississippi. It's quiet here. Fields, farms, old towns frozen in time. But beneath that southern calm is one of the most fragile economies in the country. Mississippi is already the poorest state in America. Nearly 1 in 5 people live below the poverty line. And less than 54% of working-age adults are even participating in the workforce, the lowest in the U.S. Innovation? Investment? Mississippi sees almost zero foreign business activity. In fact, just 0.003% of its GDP comes from foreign direct investment. Shocking, right? Crumbling schools. Closed hospitals. Roads falling apart faster than they can be patched. People here are surviving, not thriving. And if a national collapse comes, this state could completely go dark. Would anyone even notice? Number 9, Louisiana. Oil rigs, jazz, and parades. But the party masks a brutal truth. Louisiana is collapsing from the inside. 18% live in poverty. And the economy leans dangerously on oil and gas, industries known for volatility. Natural disasters slam the state year after year. And yet, the rainy day fund is dry, and budget deficits are the norm. Education? Bottom tier. Health outcomes? Alarming. Infrastructure? Falling apart. If oil prices drop or a hurricane hits during an economic downturn, the whole system could fold. This isn't a theory. This is a countdown already in motion. Number 8, Michigan. Detroit might look like it's coming back. But outside the polished downtown, Michigan is quietly unraveling. In 2024, Michigan had the highest rate of financially distressed residents, 38% behind on bills, credit, and debt. Sure, the auto factories are still running, but they're held up by a shaky global supply chain. One disruption, and it all tumbles down. Roads crumble. Schools close early. Towns fade into ghost-like silence. People here have endured decades of economic boom and bust cycles. And they're tired. The next crash won't just bruise Michigan, it could break it. Number 7, Texas. Everything's bigger in Texas, including the financial red flags. Despite booming cities like Austin and Dallas, over 35% of residents face credit and debt issues. Texas ranked number 2 for financial distress in 2024. Growth has been rapid, maybe too rapid. Rural towns are hollowing out. Housing prices skyrocket while wages crawl. Add in reliance on the volatile oil sector, and you've got a state built on shaky ground. Healthcare? Ranked among the worst. Social safety nets? Paper thin. Behind the skyscrapers and tech hubs, millions are struggling just to survive. And when the crash comes, the fall could be deafening. Number 6, Illinois. Illinois looks strong from the outside. But financially, it's standing on a cracked foundation. The state has the worst-funded pension system in America, with over $140 billion in unfunded liabilities. Taxes keep rising, yet schools, hospitals, and transit systems are underfunded and falling behind. People are leaving fast. Illinois has lost population for 10 straight years. Chicago, once an industrial titan, now carries its own mountain of debt. And there's no real plan to fix it. One national downturn, and Illinois won't bend. It'll snap. Number 5, Hawaii. Paradise? Sure. But even paradise can go bankrupt. Hawaii ranks near the bottom in economic performance, and the top in cost of living. Over 20% of its economy depends solely on tourism. So when wildfires, pandemics, or airline disruptions hit, everything shuts down. Locals are being priced out of their homes. Milk, gas, medicine, everything costs more because almost all goods are imported. And as government debt soars and budget flexibility shrinks, Hawaii stands one global shock away from collapse. The waves are beautiful, but they're crashing harder every year. Number 4. Nevada. Flashy, fast, fragile. Nevada's economy depends on one thing: people spending money on fun. Over 25% of jobs are tied to tourism, hospitality, and entertainment. When people stop spending, this economy doesn't slow, it crashes. During the 2008 recession, Nevada had the highest foreclosure rate in the country. Entire neighborhoods went dark. And guess what? Not much has changed. With no state income tax, the state relies heavily on sales taxes. But that well dries up in a downturn. Healthcare, education, emergency services, all underfunded. One bad year, and this state could fold like a casino on a losing streak. Number 3. Kentucky. Rolling hills hide deep scars. Kentucky was once rich in coal and manufacturing. Now, it ranks among the most economically distressed states in America. Nearly 20% live in poverty. Entire counties have lost access to hospitals, schools, and even clean water. Job growth is slow. Tech investment? Practically non-existent. And the opioid crisis continues to devastate families. Kentucky is heavily dependent on federal aid. And its pension system is crumbling. One national budget cut, and this state has no safety net. Just a long fall and very little time to stop it. Number 2. Alabama. It's a state built on tradition and pride. But pride doesn't pay the bills. Alabama ranks in the bottom 5 for healthcare, education, and infrastructure. In some rural counties, people still lack access to clean water or a nearby hospital. 16.5% live in poverty. And many of the jobs are low-wage and high-risk. Education is underfunded, leading to a generation less prepared for tomorrow's economy. More than 40% of rural roads are in poor condition. Bridges are falling apart. And just like Kentucky, Alabama depends heavily on federal dollars. If Washington pulls back, this state could go dark fast. Now here's the twist. Number 1 is missing on purpose. We're stopping here.
Why?
Because the final state, the one most likely to collapse if the economy crashes, might be the one you're living in. So tell us, which state do you think deserves the number 1 spot?
Drop it in the comments right now.
Your answer might shock someone else. If this video opened your eyes, don't just scroll away. Smash that like button to support truth-based content. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss what's coming next. Because the cracks are already showing. And next time, we might be talking about your city,